Golf X-ray, always clear to Battle.
Golf X-ray, go ahead.
Golf X-ray, cleared to Sydney, via Bankstown 8 departure. Climb via SID to 3000, squawk code 4203.
So Golf X-ray is cleared to Sydney via the Bankstown 8 departure. Climb on SID to 3000, code 4203.
Golf X-ray, report ready.
Golf X-ray is ready.
Golf X-ray, taxi via Alpha 8, hold short runway 29 right, contact tower.
Taxi via Alpha 8 and hold short and contact tower. Golf X-ray.
Welcome aboard everybody as we take this amazing once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to fly our RV10 from Bankstown to Sydney International Airport. Joining me for this amazing flight is Michael. That's him sitting on the right, me on the left, and here we are taking off out of a rather foggy Bankstown, but that weather soon clears, so please sit back, relax and enjoy this once-in-a-lifetime flight into Sydney International Airport.
Director, good morning. Triple left to runway, about 20 left. Triple left, and we have another from Golf X-ray. Golf X-ray, did you want to fly an ILS or you just happy with us? You get towards the 2 mile final for a visual approach, or is it the first? Or a visual approach, sounds like a good thing to do today. Absolutely, okay. Golf X-ray, turn left heading 090. Yes, heading 090, Golf X-ray. Visual. Golf X-ray, visual. Golf X-ray, 1,500 visual. 1,500 visual, Golf X-ray. Golf X-ray, track as required, cleared visual approach, 3-4 left, there is no conflicting traffic. Amazing, cleared visual approach, 3-4 left, Golf X-ray, thank you. But enjoy these times later. Oh, amen to that.
So here we are, up in the air only for a few minutes, and you may have heard Director there saying that we're the only aircraft in the Sydney Basin at this point. So amazing for us, but truly sad for where we are in these times, that within 25 nautical miles no other aircraft are coming into Sydney International Airport. So in a few moments time we're going to be landing on 3-4 left. There we've just come over Miranda, now we're just coming up over the headlands there. Just make our left-hand turn to line up the runway. We're in quite close, but there's so much runway ahead of us that it doesn't really matter. And that was the main consideration for me, was making sure I didn't muck up the landing. As it is such a wide runway and a long runway, we could actually probably have landed across the runway rather than down it. But we wanted to savour every opportunity that we could and enjoy every moment of it. So we're just about to switch over to tower. I cut a bit of audio out there from Director, but I don't think it detracted anything. Just about to be handed over to tower, and then you can see us taxi around the main airport there before getting ready for departure. So sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Golf X-ray, Sydney Tower, good morning. Can you park in the Eastern Park, domestic park today?
That would be nice, but we'll just rather kind of just exit off to the right, have a little drive around and then take back for departure, if that's okay.
That's a Golf X-ray, that works for me. Vacator is required, the wind is 3-4, so degrees at 15 knots. Runway 3-4 left, stay flying.
Oh my goodness, 3-4 left, clear the land and vacate as required. Golf X-ray, thanks. We'll see vacate to the right, if that's okay with you.
Not a problem.
Everybody's been just so helpful in both the planning of this and the execution of this flight. You can see everybody's just so friendly, and we're finally making our way now, just about to touch down. It's been an amazing flight, and we are, you can see us, we're like two kids. We've been talking about this ever since we did this flight, and We just had such an amazing time. You just can't describe it, what it's like for an amateur pilot to come in and land at the international airport like this. And you can see the runway 34 left coming into view now. My main consideration at this point was making sure that I didn't flare high, because it is such a wide runway. And lucky enough, it actually turned out to be a half decent landing, which was really good. And once landing, what we did was just taxi off to the right, and then we got various taxi instructions to mosey around the airport, take a look at the Virgin terminal there, and then taxi back. So here we are, just about to land. Beautiful aircraft, the RV10, quite amazing. Moving along at 150 knots, and then down to about 75 here on the approach, 70, and then 65 on short finals. So I didn't want to land on the numbers there or anything, because this runway is so long and the first turn-off is so far up. It just would have been really embarrassing to land and then taxi for the next, what felt like 10 minutes. So we land well down the runway. Yep, a little bit left or centre line, but forgive me for this time. And we still haven't passed the first turn-off for the taxiway. So just having a great old time there, just savouring every moment of it, looking around, enjoying it all. Yeah, we still haven't come. I'm still doing this fast taxi down the runway because we haven't come anywhere close to that first turn-off. Here it is coming up now, off to the right. And there we go, we taxi off. So part 2 of this video is going to be Michael taking us off out of Sydney, and then we fly over the city up to the harbour bridge, do some orbits around the harbour, and then fly out through the heads and turn south, flying through the Botany Bay heads and back into Bankstown. Quite an amazing flight. Again, no traffic the whole time that we did this, and the time we drove around the airport here. No other traffic on the airport at all. Nothing else coming in. Was quite amazing. So we drove around, and the fun part for me was, as we were taxiing in, to see them change the red stoplights to green to allow us to cross the runways in use. Quite amazing to look at that and just appreciate the size of the airport. You're used to your local GA airport like Bankstown, and then we're coming into Sydney here, and it's a whole new ball game. It is a massive airport. There was a bit of fun when we came around to doing our taxiing, which you'll hear. Because Michael wanted to do the takeoff, we wanted to find somewhere to go and park. So at the moment we're still taxiing north. We cross over the east-west runway, then we have a chat with Tao there saying we need to swap over, and he gave me this lengthy taxi instruction, which is probably fine for a commercial pilot, but for me, I'm just so excited. All I got was cross the runway, and he had to repeat back and actually change the plan for me to get back over to the other side. So here we are crossing over the road. If people are familiar with Mascot Airport there, over Southern Cross Drive, and then we're still taxiing north, ready to, I think he took us down Bravo, then we turned on to Charlie and Golf, and then back across the runway again, ready to change over. So yeah, there we go, waving to the security guys there. They were so helpful as well, and in fact they were so helpful that when we parked to change drivers, they drove over and took some photos for us as well. Just, again, really nice people. Everybody was just so friendly and so nice with us. We could have driven around all day and taken a look at everything, but I think we got the essence of what we wanted to get done. And like I say, just an amazing experience. I just can't rate it high enough. So here I am pointing out a few of the sites to Michael, which he clearly knows, but I'm just so excited I'll point out anything to anyone at this point in time. So here we are, we turned around, we're coming back, and you'll hear that exchange with Tower again, who's working the ground frequency, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Cargo Factory, happy to be taken back to the Holy Point.
We've got another driver on board here wants to do the takeoff. We're okay to shut down for a moment and change drivers before we cross over 25.
I'll get you down to the holding point at the bottom end just in case there is jet traffic to the north of you. So cross runway 25, southbound on Charlie, and then to the holding point Bravo 10 for runway 35.
Cross runway 25 on Charlie, then hold short of holding point. You were going to have to tell me again, sorry.
For takeoff, I'll make it another plant after you cross the runway. You'll see it takes away to the right. Just after that is a little runway where there's a vehicle. If you position behind the vehicle, they'll move out the way shortly. And just hold in that little inset and you can shut down the Chicago.
That is much appreciated, so we'll hold behind where this vehicle is there and shut down and we'll give you a call once it's started back up again.
Car 2,
Yeah, I'll do all that, no worries, and I'll just keep my look out.